Hello, I'm Eric Leclerc. Today we're going to show you how to greatly increase the visibility under and around your vehicle by installing Terrain View, the underbody camera kit from EcoMaster. This awesome system has 4 IP67 rated AHD cameras with plug-in extension cables featuring easy-to-use connectors, which eliminates a lot of the wiring typically required for adding multiple cameras. It even includes a video switcher. So while it's perfect for a head unit with multiple inputs like the Stinger Heighten, it's also compatible with any head unit featuring a single video input or reverse camera input. Come with me as I show you how easy this EcoMaster kit makes it to add 4 cameras to any vehicle. For this installation, here are some tools that we'll use. Here's a quick demonstration of how to connect the cameras to the module. We're demonstrating this on the bench before we head to the vehicle. Each camera has a 5-pin connector on it. Connect the male 5-pin connector into the female connector on the camera extension cable. Notice the cables have an alignment tab to ensure proper orientation. The cables will snap into place when fully inserted. Connect the other end of the camera extension cable into the camera input adapter. Then connect the camera input adapter into the camera interface. Repeat this process for all 4 cameras. The cameras come with the mounting bracket attached to the top of the camera. If your application requires mounting the cameras with the bracket at the bottom of the camera, the mounting bracket must be moved from the top holes in the camera housing to the bottom holes so that the image is not upside down. Using a small Phillips screwdriver, remove the screw from the camera assembly. Move the bracket to the bottom of the camera and reinstall the screw. Now the camera can be mounted from the bottom of the camera, providing you a different viewing angle. This is a universal kit, so it can be installed on any vehicle. Today we're demonstrating the installation process on a Jeep Wrangler. Your exact camera placement and routing may be different from what we show here, but this is an example of how the camera kit can be installed. Find a suitable mounting location for each camera. Try to keep the cameras high off the ground and avoid contact with moving parts. Using painter's tape or zip ties, you can temporarily attach the cameras to the vehicle. This allows us to confirm the viewing angle and location before we permanently attach them to the vehicle. We want to view the cameras on the display before permanently attaching. Use the supplied zip ties, or you can use different hardware if you want to use metal ring clamps or metal zip ties or screws when permanently attaching the cameras. Route the camera cable through the vehicle to where you will mount the camera interface. You may find that your original mounting location doesn't provide the best view, so you may try using an alternate location. Here we're showing several mounting locations, the fender flare and inside the wheel well. Here's another mounting option further down inside the wheel well. This gave us a better view overall, which is why we chose this location for our install. The front bumper is a great place for a camera. You can easily mount one to the front bumper so you can see obstacles as you approach. Just try to keep it high enough off the ground to keep it from getting hit. Here's an example of mounting a rear-facing camera. We're using 2 long zip ties to attach the camera to the axle. This will give us a great view of what's going on under the vehicle. Route the camera cable up and along the factory wiring toward the inside of the vehicle, using zip ties to secure it along the way. You can also mount a camera on the rear axle facing forward to give you another view of obstacles as you approach them, again using zip ties to secure it into position. Route the cables along the OEM components using zip ties to secure. Many vehicles have grommets in the floor which can be cut through, allowing the wires to pass into the inside of the vehicle. Pass a long zip tie through the grommet to the bottom of the vehicle. Attach the camera lead to the zip tie using electrical tape. Then pull the cable into the vehicle. If you label your camera leads before routing them through the vehicle, it'll make them easier to identify when connecting them to the camera interface. The camera interface has 4 12-volt positive triggers. They're labeled front, left, right, and rear. When you supply 12 volts to any of these wires, it will switch directly to the selected camera. These wires can be connected to the turn signal wires to activate left and right cameras when the turn signals are activated, or simply connected to switches for direct on-demand access. If you're installing in a Wrangler like we are, you can use these stock 4 accessory switches in the dash to control these cameras directly. Of course, this is a universal kit, so it can be connected to any type of switch you have in your vehicle. The main harness also has constant power, accessory, and ground wires which need to be connected to the vehicle. Find a suitable mounting location for the camera interface. In the Jeep Wrangler JK, there's enough room under the dash, but in this Wrangler JL, we're going to route the wiring to the driver's side kick panel, where we'll mount the module. Route the camera cables and the wire harness to the mounting location, using a long zip tie if needed. Find a suitable mounting location for the IR receiver and attach it to the vehicle. The wireless remote control needs line of sight to operate the kit. Route the cable around the factory dash panel and attach the IR receiver. Route the cable for the display mode button and attach it to the vehicle. This button will cycle through the available 15 camera views when pressed. This is the main module where the camera cables will connect. Cameras 1 through 4 are plugged into these ports. The video output plug connects into this port, and the other end connects to your head unit. There's a small reset button on the end of the module if needed. On the other side of the module are the dip switches. 1 through 4 control the mirror function of the camera for forward-facing cameras. Dip switches 5 and 6 are for the video output setting. The most common setting will be CVBS NTSC. For this setting, set dip switch 6 up to the on position. For any cameras facing forward on your vehicle, be sure to flip that camera's dip switch up to the on position. Connect the 4 camera extension cables into the module. If you've labeled your extension cables, it will be easy for you to connect them into the correct ports. You can always unplug and rearrange them if needed. Connect the video output harness into the module. On the other side of the module, connect the 8-pin power harness. Also plug in the remote control connector. A USB thumb drive will be needed to record the camera feeds. The thumb drive can be inserted directly into the module, or you can use the provided USB extension cable to mount the thumb drive somewhere else where it's more accessible. The red and blue wires are 12-volt triggers to be used to trigger the radio's reverse camera input. If required for your installation, connect this to your radio's reverse camera trigger. If you're using a standard display that has CVBS video input, connect the RCA labeled CVBS. If your monitor or head unit supports HD video inputs, then use the output labeled AHD for higher resolution output from the terrain view system. Cut off and insulate any reverse triggers that are not used in your installation. We recommend using zip ties to tidy up the cables and wires. Place the camera interface in its mounting location and secure with double-sided tape as needed. If your head unit has a dedicated video input, you can simply connect the output of the terrain view kit into that input. If you need to interrupt your existing reverse camera signal, the kit includes a video switcher and cables to make those connections. Connect the main harness into the video switcher. Connect the yellow video out RCA into your head unit's reverse camera input. Connect the terrain view video output RCA into the barrel connector and connect it into AV1 in. Connect the vehicle's reverse camera RCA into AV2. Now attach the supplied toggle switch to operate the video switcher. Connect the blue wire from the switch to the black wire on the video switcher. Connect the red wire from the switch to ground in the vehicle. Remove the adhesive backing from the back of the toggle switch and mount it to the vehicle. Connect the red lead from the video switcher to the vehicle's switched accessory wire. Now turn the vehicle on and check the camera feeds. When powering the system on, you should see the welcome screen. Aim the wireless remote at the IR receiver and use the center button to stop recording. Press the down arrow to select input type. Then press OK on the remote. Use the up arrow to select 720p 30 fps and press the OK button on the remote. To change the video output setting, press the center button on the remote to stop recording. Then press the menu button. Use the down arrow and the right arrow. Then press OK to select output type option. Use the arrows to select 720p 30 fps. When you press OK, the system will restart and all camera feeds should be visible. The system will now restart and you should be able to see all 4 cameras perfectly. Check the feeds from the cameras and make any final adjustments, including moving the camera to a better location if needed. When you're happy with all your camera positions, Be sure to permanently attach them to your vehicle using metal zip ties, clamps, or screws. Using 3M adhesive promoter can help the double-sided tape on these camera brackets adhere to your vehicle. That completes the installation of our Terrain View 4-camera system with DVR from EchoMaster. Now we have an extremely expanded visibility of what's going on under and around our vehicle, which will come in handy when navigating obstacles. Be sure to check out our feature video to see this kit in action. Thanks for watching.